Not me doing my first voiceover ever in the last video saying see you next week and then ghosting for 7 months. Who did that? Not me. So anyway, we're just doing a hot pink glam set with some gems and everything. I'm gonna do a couple marble nails, which is what I'm setting up now. I'm gonna do an ombre nail, and I'm gonna do a couple of just the regular nude with gems, but they're all gonna have gems. But anyway, this is a pretty easy set. It's my first time working on a practice hand, so I do need to like work with the angle of where the hand is compared to the camera and everything, and how the fingers just go straight down, but I will adjust her. Right now I had applied the blooming gel to make the marble a little nicer. So I'm just doing that. I've got some hot pink and white, and that's pretty much it. Just a couple colors. Marbling is super, super easy. And just leave that alone while it blooms a little bit. And then that's it. It's very easy to marble. I always loved marble, and when I learned to marble, it was the first kind of design I ever looked up on YouTube because it looks so complicated when nail techs would do it. And then I looked it up, I'm like, oh, so it's like literally nothing, but it's like my favorite thing to do is marble. But yeah, I'm just gonna wipe those sides, and I'm gonna put it in the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a second coat of this because it was a little bit sheer. In the end, it didn't matter because I did the ombre over it anyway, but just for the sake of having everything totally opaque, I went ahead and did a second coat of that. So now I am dipping into this monomer with Nail Prof Cover Natural Nude, I think. And please ignore the application of this. I have a full length video, 2 videos actually, but I have a full length video on my Patreon, uncut in real time, of this video, like doing this set, and also one before where I'm swatching all the cover acrylics I got from Nail Prof, and they are like butter. Okay, the problem is me and my monomer. I'm a fucking idiot. I had cleaned my brush from the cuticle oil that I had in it. I always put oil in my brush before I put it up to keep it really nice, but I had cleaned it in my monomer because you can do that, but I'm a dummy and didn't change the monomer out. So this acrylic is doing its absolute hardest to soak into my brush and pick up a bead. It's not happening. There's an oil barrier there. And when it does pick up, it sticks to the brush because there's oil there. So me being the dumbass that I am, I had no idea this was the problem. I could have saved it and like switched the monomer out. But I was like, why? Like, is it because I have the cheap Savillon brushes? Is it like I need to get used to this acrylic because I've been using dynamic? Like, no, bitch, it's the fucking monomer. You're an idiot. And it's nothing wrong with the monomer either. It's you got cuticle oil in there, dumbass. I'm just so mad. Like, I feel like this set could have been so much better. Also, keep in mind, this is a practice hand. I don't want to waste product. I'm using as little as possible. So I am intentionally trying to pick up the smallest bead that I can and apply really thin and just use clear over it for the bulk. And I'm not even going to put that much bulk. But anyway, you could see there, like I couldn't even get it to stick to the nail because it was so sticky to the brush. And I was like, oh no, I hope that's not an acrylic thing. Like I'm going to have my brush full of acrylic every time I use these. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's because I had oil in my brush. But it took me 3 friggin' days after this video to save this brush. I thought I had ruined it. It's the only size 14 that I have. So I was really, really, really trying to save her life. And I did. It took me 3 days of going back and forth between oiling her, putting her in acetone, like literally soaking for all day. And then I did not ruin the bristles soaking it because it had so much acrylic and oil in it. So I had that barrier there, and also it was the acetone working on the acrylic, not really ruining the bristles. So 3 days, and I did save her, and I've given her a rest. I have not done my own nails since this video. And you can see like in this video, the set that I have on, is my own set of acrylic. So like I can apply acrylic. It's not like the application is shitty because I'm shitty. It's just I made a huge mistake with the oil and the monomer. And in this video, the set that I'm wearing, I think is like a week grown out at this point, and they're awesome. And right now, at the time of doing this voiceover, they're like 7 weeks, 6 or 7, and no lifting, no anything. And so I had really thought, oh man, it's these acrylics, because the dynamic ones work perfectly. Like I have a 7-week grown out set now, but at the time of the video, I'm like, my nails are a week grown out. They applied beautifully. There's a beautiful apex, like perfect, smooth, and they're cheap dynamic acrylics. I'm like, why is this Nail Prof acrylic not working for me? It's me, bitch. It's me. Don't worry about the acrylics. I swatched all of them, and in the very beginning of that swatch video, they were good. But as time went on and I kept oiling my brush and my monomer, it got harder and harder to swatch the acrylics. But anyway, I got 4, I think, and this is natural nude. But if you would like to see the other video where I'm swatching them, I do have a Patreon. It's $5 a month. It's only one tier. And there you will get all the videos that I post here on YouTube with the practice hand from now on, because this is my first one. But from now on, all the videos with my practice hand will be on Patreon, full length, real time, uncut. So I'll be talking, vibing. There might be music in the background or TV on, like during this video, or maybe just the swatch video. I was watching like Kardashians or something and talking during the commercials. But oh man, I feel like I need to get into like where I've been, and I do on the Patreon videos actually, because that's what I talked about for an hour and a half doing this. Like it's only 5 fingers. It doesn't take an hour and a half, but I was just talking. And I had thought now that I was going to kind of summarize it here on YouTube, but after like sitting with it for a few more weeks since I did this video, I had decided against that, that I'm not going to be like so personal on YouTube. And like, I guess it's not like bad to do that, but I'm trying to be like a little bit more professional, you know? But I will just say that I lost everything important to me, and I'm completely starting over, like repotting myself pretty much, like pouring new energy into my routines and going a completely different direction. I have no choice. I have got to start completely over, and it's incredibly hard. Like I am surprised that I'm still here. It's been an incredibly difficult handful of months, and one of the things that brings me joy is posting videos. I just haven't had the time or energy, but I'm making the time and I'm making the energy direct in this direction. So it's just gonna happen. But yeah, everything changed. And we'll take a break for a second. On this ombre nail, I'm doing just a French line. I'm not gonna fill the whole thing in with polish, obviously, but I'm just doing a French line. But I should have done it in a lighter color because you can't really see it in contrast. Like when it's matte like that, you kind of can because it's shiny, but I do glossy top coat on everything at the end, so you really can't see it. But that's the only nail I'm doing anything on like with gel. And now I'm jumping to the gems. As you can see, I'm just gonna do a layout on all of the fingers. On the nude ones, I'm going straight down the middle, and I'm going to copy the index finger on the pinky with like a couple of the gems smaller because they're pretty big. But anyway, yeah, I have been gone for so long. I've posted a couple shorts, but nothing like crazy. I think there's like 3 of them, and they're just copies of my TikTok, which I also don't post a whole lot of. I haven't been online really at all on this like account, I guess, beezielunanails. Like I want that to be like my business account. Like I have a booking site and everything. Like I want to take clients, and again, keep in mind, this is a practice hand. It's a very thin application, and I fucked up my monomer, so this is not how I apply acrylics. The set I have on in this video is a good example of what a short set would look like really nicely done and nice shape and everything. Anyways, I'm just saying, like, I do want clients. I don't want you guys to be like deterred by this shitty application in this video, but I've been focusing on obviously getting better at this so that I can take clients. I've been focusing on, I have a digital client log for nail techs. I can link that down below. It's on its own website on Square. You can buy it through my booking site, and you can buy it on my Patreon. It's $15. It's for other nail techs. It's a digital product, so it'll go on your phone, your iPad, and you just fill it out. You just fill it out with your client's information. And you can keep track of like their loyalty rewards, and if they refer clients to you, you can keep track of like when their birthday is, so you can give them a discount. You can keep track of your discounts, like if you want to do Halloween sets for half off or whatever. You can keep track of everything. You can keep track of your base prices. There's a sheet there for like how much your base price is for an acrylic overlay or a dry manicure or whatever. And then you can list your add-ons and how much they are. You can keep track of your supply restock and then what you've spent, so you know what you can write off on taxes. There's a whole bunch in there. I worked really hard on it, and it's digital, so you don't have to rebuy it. You just empty it out. It's 7 clients for 7 days, and pages can be deleted if you don't book that many. I know that I never plan to take 7 in a day for 7 days a week. That's crazy. But for people who do take that many, because I do know a couple techs who like completely book themselves completely thin, and that's all completely full. 7 clients a day for 7 days a week in that digital client log. And it's also really, really pretty. But anyway, there's so much in there, and it is digital, like I said, so you can just empty it out. Like once you're full with the week or whatever, you don't have to buy it again. You can save that version and then duplicate it and then empty it out. So you can have the one from last week or 2 weeks ago or last month, and then have a fresh one. So you have it forever for $15. And I think that's a really good deal. But once I get an iPad one day, I can post a video here of me like filling it out, because I do use it. But obviously I use it because I made it for me, but I'm also giving it to you guys, other nail techs. But anyway, I have been just trying to focus on, I almost want to say like survival. Like I don't have a choice but to go up from here. So I've been just really, really mentally focusing on how to change everything. So this is the start. I'm going to start posting on YouTube again. I'm going to start trying to bring more joy into my life. And that's already too personal for YouTube for me. But if you want to know the details, head to my Patreon. It's $5 a month. And you get all the details. You get to vibe with me and just listen while I chat to myself for an hour and a half. And yeah, this is the set, glossy top coat. And I personally do put top coat over top of these cheap gems because they're not that shiny and they stay on. But that glue will keep them on anyway. But these are cheap. They're not too shiny, but they are shiny with the top coat. So I personally, with these gems, do put the top coat over it. But yeah, that's it. Welcome back to YouTube for me. And I hope you like this set. We pulled it together in the end. We did it, bitch. And please subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.